What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this news broke this morning, man. This tragic news, and it's about two 20-year-old toddlers. One female, one male. They estimate around the ages between 3 and 4 years old were found unresponsive in a car on the highway, and they were found there with a woman. When the police arrived, she jumped over the overpass onto some railroad tracks. Now, she did survive. She's in the hospital with, serious injuries and in critical condition. But I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to show you this story first, and I'm going to talk a little bit about depression. Or just, when people feel as though they have no hope or they're going through something, but they don't speak about it. There's a lot of people out here that are dealing with that type of issue right now. Let me just play this, and then I'll get my words together, and we'll come back and talk a little bit about it.
Now to a tragic discovery on the highway.
Twin toddlers found dead in a car. The woman who was with them then trying to take her own life by jumping off the ledge. Local 10's Christina Vasquez is live in Northwest Miami-Dade with this heartbreaking tragedy. Christina.
And new at this hour, you are going to hear from a family friend of the woman who's now at the center of what police are describing as a death investigation and a suicide attempt investigation. According to her, her friend is a good mother.
Right now, our investigators are working to piece this tragic incident together.
The events leading up to the tragic death of two young children, 3-year-old fraternal twins, a boy and girl, found unresponsive in a vehicle along the northbound ramp to the turnpike from I-95 early this morning, and a woman with them in critical condition after hurling herself over a nearby railing, say police, after responding officers arrived to help.
Adult female went over the railing to the on-ramp onto the railroad tracks, which is a considerable distance.
Are at the heart of a police death and suicide attempt investigation now underway.
There are many questions.
And as police say, detectives are working to determine the relationship between that woman and the children.
She's a good mother.
We are hearing from a woman who says the driver of this car, the mother of twins, is her friend. When you hear what police say they found, what goes through your mind?
I'm saying that's not her. That has to be something wrong with her for her to do something like that. The person that I know will never do something like that. That's really sad to know that the kids lost their lives so young, but that's not somebody I know will do nothing like that. That's impossible for her. She's not that kind of person. So it's just so mind-boggling right now to figure out what really went wrong.
And in many respects, what you hear from her is what we're hearing from detectives, the amount of work it's going to take on their end to try to piece together what exactly happened here. They also wanted us to share with you that they will not know the manner and cause of death of those two little ones until the autopsies are complete. Reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.
That's the story so far. And, it's tragic. But I want to say something real quick. I'm looking on here, it says they found with no visible injuries. So obviously, what do you think it was? Poisoning? So you gave them an overdose of medication or something? We don't know. But the bottom line is there's two children gone. 2 chances of potential of changing everything on this planet. From something they could have discovered, something they could have learned, something they could have taught. To help someone else is wiped off the face of the earth because of a mother's decision to do that. Now, my thing is this. This woman, these children are dead. This woman was there. They said a passerby stopped. The way the world is, we see cars on the side of the road all the time with people in them. I don't know who decided to stop or what they seen that made them stop. Because, nowadays, it's like, with people being found, or disappearing off the side of the road when they stop. I don't know why anybody would stop. But, for some reason, they must have seen something that spurred them to call the police besides. Because you can't see in the car's tinted windows. But I mean, that's just one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is it's just amazing to me how animals care for their babies more than human beings do. And like, we supposed to have dominion over all of this stuff. If some of y'all believe, in what the Bible say, we supposed to have dominion because of our intelligence and choices we have and free will. And we like doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I bashing this woman because I don't understand her. I did a story in Florida before with 2 other babies that was found in the house. Left in their bed. And the mom, I think she jumped into the water or something. It's strange, but I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times people are fighting demons and they're going through something on the inside while masquerading on the outside like everything's cool, and we never know it. You see the friend talking. She said, oh, she never, she was a good mom. I never seen this coming. A lot of times people are embarrassed. People are shameful with the depression that they have in them or things that they're going through that they don't want to tell nobody about because they don't want to be seen a certain way. And that's our problem. It's so many of us out here that need help and won't ask for it because they think it makes us look weak or it makes us lose face. Need is need, people. If you need help, say something. Because I'm going to tell you something. Sitting around and wallowing in misery, nothing comes out of that. Nothing good is going to come out of that. You're not going to come up with the solution if you dwell on things. A lot of us right now can't be left alone to our own vices, to where if we get time to think, sometimes we can think ourselves into some craziness. We all got problems at any given time, whether it's a bill that's not paid or it's something. Sometimes it's good to talk about your problems to people that really genuinely care about you. I'm sure this woman had people she loved that loved her, that she could have spoke to. Everybody knows at least one person they can confide in. To take your children away when so many people out here can't have children and want children, you could have made this a solo mission. And that's the thing. That's the part that's scary about being a kid nowadays. The people that you have to put your trust in and faith as a child, and you get everything you can't get on your own, are taking us out of here. Another point I want to make is this. Depression breeds hopelessness. This right here was a hopeless tactic. She took the children's lives, but didn't take her own initially. Then when the police got there, a lot of time overwhelming guilt and thinking about what you did and stuff. And then the reality of a plan you had is about to come to fruition. All of a sudden, it's not what you thought it was going to be because you was acting irrational in your depressive state. So what did she do? When the police arrived, she threw herself over the thing. Said she landed on the railroad tracks. I know that had to hurt. I would never do something like that. But I mean, then again, I don't know what it feels like to go through something, whatever she was going through that made her take her children's lives or just want to give up the ghost, period. We have real problems out here. And we got real things out here that pacify us to take us away from them problems, whether it's drugs, entertainment, anything. It's a lot of stuff out here to pacify you temporarily from the pain that a lot of people are going through in this country. A lot of people seem like nobody listening, man. It's a lot of hopelessness out here. If you need help, get help. I've been depressed before. I mean, nobody wants to go through that. And I'm going to tell you something. Once you go through something like that, it's hard to get out. It's like trying to dig out of a hole that's made out of sand. And every time you hit the wall, everything you throwing out is coming back in. You get stuck. You get stuck. There are a lot of people out here right now that are stuck. A lot of people out here that have jobs that are making them sick. They make enough to pay their bills, but not enough to quit. Feels almost like slavery. hopelessness. I mean, we have real issues in this country, but people get pacified and they turn off and get desensitized to something real quick while these problems remain. Let me tell you something. Prior to me going to prison, I was depressed. I didn't know what depression was. And then when I felt good and I didn't have that heavy feeling on my chest, something in me was making me think like, okay, I'm supposed to feel a certain way. Why do I feel happy? It was the craziest thing. I'm like, what is this? And only till I went to jail and, you know, spoke to somebody, it was like, you was suffering from depression. I never knew. It was just a heavy tightness in your chest. You feel weird. You know, and it's like, you know, nobody knew. Like this woman was like that. I mean, I wasn't hopeless where I was like, you know, trying to take people out of myself, but I know the feeling of depression. In me, it bred hopelessness. I felt as though, look, man, I'm going to have to go for mine. I'm sick of this, being in this situation. And I went out there and committed my crimes. And the thing that's crazy is when I did those crimes while I was doing them, I didn't care if I came back that day. I would leave out of my house and look back like this might be the last time I see that couch or that TV or this carpet. Telling you, man, when you don't have a support system around you, you don't have people that really care about you and about people, period, this type of stuff happens. Or you get people that don't speak about their problem because they don't want to be seen a certain way. Well, the problem you had, man, was your problem, not your children, and they suffered just like you did. And I'm not bashing her, but this is the things we go through. Once people get depressed, hopeless, despair sets in, they can't think straight. This could have all been avoided, I think. I've never seen a time where we just jump up and want to take everybody with us. That ain't got nothing to do with it. This is sad, man. Sad. It's like we just wiping kids out. And it's at the hands of the parents that's doing this. I mean, how are they not seeing this? They take polls and study everything else. This goes as a statistic this year in suicide by, death by parent to children. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May these children rest in peace. I don't know if we even know why she did this, but she's in the critical condition fighting for her life, and I just pray she get the help she needs. See you in the next video. Take care.